little tiny.
No, you made the logo.
You're the one.
You're the one
Yes,
that made
and
the logo, and
is
it's
fucking
tiny.
big, enormous.
It's like my peen.
It's actually
tiny.
huge. That logo is.
No, my peen is not huge, Vicky. But
I know it's not, but the logo is not my fault.
No, the logo is like my peen.
Put it up there in the fucking corner, Dean. Do not.
Well, that's where it goes. Like that's.
I know it's where it goes, but you're the one that made it too small.
No,
not me. I didn't do it. You fucking did it.
You made the logo, Vicky.
No, yes, I made the logo, but the logo happens to be on a page that is.
You made it tiny.
No.
Well, then who made the logo?
I made the logo, but you made it too small when you put it in the
I downloaded it.
It is
you.
on.
You sent it to me
is
yesterday.
on a default Photoshop size square or
okay.
rectangle.
So you made it too small because you.
No, I did not.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry,
God,
guys.
you're such a pain in the fucking ass. Always blaming me for shit when it's your fault.
No, you definitely made the logo.
Hey, Dark Gift. Hey, Lester Dog. Hey, Clickety Cat.
Well, it's not really manufactured drama. This is we just went live.
That's sort of what
that's kind of what we do. Yeah,
it's not manufactured. We really were arguing about it because he's the one that fucked it up.
No, you made it. You made the logo.
That's enough, Dean.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yes. Let's move on without Vicky. I think that's good. I have the power, Vicky. So let's watch this.
I will have the power.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe next week
and then I'm
you can
never
also
giving
put
it
the
back.
logo that's like, you can make the logo right.
Most of you heard about the Las Vegas meetup this past weekend, but I'm sure even less of you have heard about the altercation. I don't like drama, but I can't abide by the lack of professionalism or respect on display that night. For those aware of the matter, yes, it happened. I was right there. I thought it was an incredibly disappointing display of rudeness, disrespect, and small-mindedness on the behavior of Gary's part. But I can't believe people in our community act so selfish like this towards each other or the fans. I thought we were adults. Things used to be different. Clearly, things as well as people change, and that's all I really have to say. So if you want more, watch Jesse's video or ask the owner of the bar. He was happy to have us there, just like you, the fans, were. And by the way, folks, thank you for the outpouring of support. It's always great to know who your friends are.
So what happened? So anyway, I watched the video. I watched the video from you today, Jesse.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that video, it's really about as much as I can say. I've followed a little bit some of the responses, and I for a little bit, if there were any what I felt were questions asked in good faith, I tried to give context if I could, but there really isn't a whole lot more light I can shed on what happened. So Jeff and I went out to the Millennium Fandom Bar on Thursday night in Vegas for the fan meetup, and we went because we knew a lot of our fans were going to be there, and we were really excited to see them and interact with them, and we had a really wonderful time on Thursday. Jeremy came right up, gave me a big old hug. It was just great. It was awesome. This is a meetup. It was sponsored by Geeks and Gamers and Nerdrotic, and so we were really excited to return on Saturday and see everybody again. We did. We came in, walked in the room. I smiled at this beautiful woman with this incredible blue sparkly eye makeup on. Well, it turns out that was Gary's wife, and she came over to me a few minutes later to tell me that it was incredibly rude that we had shown up on Thursday and that we weren't welcome and to get the fuck out. We were there for the fans, so we kept signing some things. And then Gary came over and he got right in my face and he yelled at me in the middle of the room that this was an event for his fans and that I wasn't welcome. And when I pointed out that a lot of his guests are also my fans, he said that if I didn't leave, that he would get the owner and have me removed. Spent some wonderful time in the bar with our other YouTuber friends, and I don't understand. Gary wouldn't give me an explanation, and I'm still trying to understand what happened and why I was treated that way in front of all of our fans.
So what do you think caused all this?
Insecurity.
Insecurity?
Yeah. And so the only thing that I can think of is something about me bothers Gary on a fundamental level. You know, that's how people are, right? There's something about me that just gets under his skin that he just doesn't like. And so having me be there, whatever reason he created in his head for it, that's all I can think of.
From what I've seen, there is a divide now in what was called the fandom menace. I mean, there is a divide, and it's like you're on one side of the aisle or you're on the other side of the aisle. And I think some stuff happened recently, right? It started with Doomcock and the Doomcock situation. And that was a big divide. And then after that was the, well, I mean, even before that was the Zack Snyder thing. The Zack Snyder thing is what made me say, see ya, I'm out of here. But you know, after that was the Doomcock thing. And then, of course, that you were involved in, the Mecha Random versus Tom thing.
That was actually before the Doomcock thing.
Well, people are asking in the chat, was this a private event? Like, was this like, this is the Gary's birthday party?
No.
No,
invite only.
No, it was, you know, it was
the thing is, Ethan, the second we had heard about it, we said, sure, no problem. We tried to go, but kept getting fucking berated verbally.
Yeah. You know, it was
the thing is, Ethan, the second we had heard about it, we said, sure, no problem. We tried to go, but kept getting fucking berated verbally.
Can I just start by saying, how does a dude with 170K subs have such shit fucking sound? Like he's talking into a goddamn tin can.
Yeah.
Oh man, those people are something. Yeah.
What I feel like Ethan should know better than to listen to a woman.
Especially a hysterical one like Jessie Milestone.
Yeah. Now Jessie Milestone is you know what? Gatekeep Jessie Milestone from everything. Gatekeep her from the public. Gatekeep her, refine her, like confine her to her house. And without internet.
No, God, it's too beautiful. I mean, this whole thing, I do not know if the Thursday night gathering was private. I'm guessing it was not. That they just met at the bar.
Yeah.
Or Gary and his wife just let it happen. But they admit to the fact that they knew that it was a private gathering. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they sort of admit to it.
They sort of, yeah.
I mean, Jessie flat out denies it.
Yes, because of course she is. But it was the Saturday night gathering for sure, because Gary talked about it in a members only stream. And of course, you know, it's gone to the ether. But the Saturday night party was in a private room at the bar, and it was for invited guests. So basically it was for his pay pigs. It was his pay pig party. Right. And she admits, she does get kicked out of every bar. She admits that it was Geeks and Gamers and Friday Night Tights. This whole thing had nothing to do with the fandom menace. None of it.
Yeah. And nothing should ever.
Right. And you've got to love the ego of, but my fans, they just kept asking for autographs, so I didn't leave.
Ooh,
and then I didn't leave. And then we didn't leave but it was all Jeff, the owner of the bar, knew who he was. And I'm like, yeah, you know, owners of bars greet everybody like they know who they are. That's just what they do.
Who are her fans, though?
I don't know.
There was probably somebody ironic, like there's some hipster that knows about, like, the fandom menace hipster that ironically asked her for her autograph, and that was like the one guy. Everybody thinks his bit is sort of funny, but it's also outplayed, and
Yeah.
He shouldn't have asked
So
for her.
so they take their time leaving the private room, right? And an altercation breaks out. Gary's yelling. And of course, she's probably drunk off her ass doing like what she usually does in bars, and she's yelling back at him. So they're having this screaming match in the middle of the room. She finally gets dragged out, I guess, and ends up hanging out in the bar because she's not leaving. She's going to stay in the bar and hold her ground. And then
Oh,
from the bar,
how
they end up
sad.
just going out and hanging out on the patio of the bar than the
Oh,
parking
geez.
lot. So like
Oh, man.
she's being pushed further and further and further away from this private party, and is just can't understand why he doesn't want anything to do with me after that stream she did with Mecca Random and Mary Mayhem and all of that bullshit about Nerdrotic's friend Tom. Oh
Wait,
my
is that
gosh.
Gamer Hands Jr.?
It's
Is
Spirit.
that Spirit Jr.?
It's Spirit Jr. We have been visited by the man, the legend.
I
Oh,
miss
wow.
you. I
We
miss you.
miss you, Spirit.
Yeah.
We do.
Just a quick break, Spirit, just so you know, Pods doesn't hang out with us anymore. So
No.
you should hit us up. We should hang out. Anyways,
Come back, Spirit.
yeah,
Come
come
back.
back.
We miss you.
And if that's not Spirit, get the fuck out of my chat. You've upset me. You very much upset me. But if it is Spirit, I miss you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Spirit. Yeah, fuck
Oh,
you. Get the
then
fuck
go
out.
away.
Leave. Get the fuck. That's the fucking door. No, but yeah, no, that Jussie Mod, like, it's just very sad. Just super fucking sad. Hang out in the bar after you're asked to leave the private room, just so you can be like some weird jilted like ex-esque, right?
Yeah.
And then you go to the patio of the bar because it wasn't weird enough already, and then you hang out in the parking lot. Just sad, sad and disgraceful. But
Sad and
that's Jesse Milestone for you. Like that. That makes sense.
You know,
That makes sense.
she's been kicked out of plenty of bars. So
Yeah. But anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and go into the next topic. What do you think?
yeah, go ahead. I'm all done. I'm all Jessied out.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
editing. Yeah,
I was
editing
Jessied out
actually.
before we talked about her. Oh, I'm the guy that spoke to Ethan on the kill stream when he interviewed Noel. Yeah, well, you've still very much fucking upset me. I thought you were Gamer Hands Jr. Unless Gamer Hands, is that your son? Is that your son, Gamer Hands Jr.? He's a great guy. He's fucking weird and fat and great.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm just joking with you.
And Nick
by the way.
Rekieta doesn't like him, so we love
Yeah.
him all the more.
That's so funny. When he asked if Nick Rekieta would accept his Facebook friend request, oh jeez. Oh, it's him, Glenn. Why would you lie to us? Why would you lie to us? This is just all right. Anyways, just know that we miss you. I don't understand why you're lying to me. It's very upsetting, but I guess it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it is. Time to move on.
Yep, time to move on. All right.
You're the one in charge of this, Dean, remember?
I know. No, I know.
Yeah. Just saying. Just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, okay, Vicky. Why don't you work on making our logo bigger? So Ethan Ralph here says, do you want to read it? Do you want to be Ethan Ralph?
No, you read it.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I'm not reading Ethan Ralph. The man disgusts me.
I can't do the voice.
You don't have to do the voice, just read
it.
it.
Thank God, because I can't. Kiwi Farms is engaged in literal criminal acts today, harassing the viewers of the kill stream. I will be going to the FBI to personally report Josh Moon with my attorney. It's beyond time for something like that. This guy is an actual fucking blight. What's a blight? I feel dumb. What is a blight?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. As for what they have As for what they have, not much in reality. They're trying to blow it up and scare people away from supporting the show. I will also be reporting their illegal activities to @Cloudflare. Doesn't Josh Moon own Cloudflare?
No, that's a separate company. He owns the
Okay.
server farm that
Oh,
hosts
okay.
the site. Yeah.
And any other company that does business with them. Luckily, it's all been saved. I am, however, very grateful that they did all this out in the open. It's gonna make possible criminal, civil, and other efforts all that much easier.
And for those of you who have no idea what he's talking about, I'll go ahead and I'll give a little background. So on the 15th, the what is it? It's called super something or other. Anyway, the service that they use to process his member payments.
Yeah.
It's called Secure Server, something like that. Something stupid.
Mhm.
They got hacked. And so not only Ralph's information, but all sorts of people's information got out. And it was everything.
Wait. Spirit, I'm sorry that I put you on blast. I'm sorry.
Thank you for interrupting my
Yeah,
train
no
of
problem.
thought.
Yeah.
So this means that they had everything from your name, your email, your bank information, your credit card numbers. And on the 15th, it was posted to a different forum. It was a fan forum of some sort. It had nothing to do with Kiwi Farms. And then eventually it made its way to a thread on Kiwi Farms. So 405 subscribers of Ethan Ralph's had their information exposed. And he is blaming Null for it.
Yeah, there wasn't any financial, just
There was no financial stuff posted to the farms.
Mhm.
Just like I think probably names, maybe emails, because that's
Yeah.
not a but yeah. So that's what happened there.
Yeah, so this person says, careful with the FBI. You're playing with fire by interacting with them. And Ethan says, they might not do anything. Yeah, probably won't.
Not,
Probably won't. But whatever. I want it on the record for my lawyers. Josh Moon crossed the line today. I'm not one of these goofballs. This is coming from, okay, so like, I was gonna save this for like after we read through this, but this guy gets up to this is like shenanigans makes it sound makes like the seriousness of what he like gets into it makes it drops the level of seriousness, so it's not the best word, but like the shenanigans this guy gets up to, right? Like he shows up at people's doorsteps to fucking fight them, and he films it like what I mean, let's not talk about the two pregnancies. Oh geez, those girls. And I say girls. Yeah, like girls, not women. Like he's this was actually kind of cool, funny, but like he's like, on like the case of fucking what's his name? Senate Chris oh god, what's his name?
Chris
who I'm
Chan?
talking. Yeah, Chris Chan, sorry. Like he's on the case of Chris Chan, like, trying to get like in-person fucking interviews with him.
While he's being arrested.
Yeah, like showing up to the scene of the arrest, trying to get an interview. This guy gets into the goofiest fucking shit, but he's not one of these goofballs.
He posted revenge porn.
Oh yeah,
Don't forget the revenge porn.
The revenge porn. Oh Jesus Christ! But he's not one of these goofballs.
Just so you know, he's not the same kind of goofball as the rest of the goofballs.
Yeah, he's a very different kind of goofball, a possible criminal goofball.
Yeah.
Showing up to people's doorsteps to fucking fight them. What is this guy doing? Oh yeah, in the anime convention. He's at a fucking anime convention doing fucking interviews with the anime community. He wants to step in on Yellow Flash's anime grift. That's interesting.
That's really strange.
Yeah. But yeah, like I just don't know. I just don't know. So yeah, he's not one of these goofballs, and it's not just me talking about civil action on this specific issue. I'll leave it there for now. He knows a little bit of something about more than just civil. And then we got. God, I hate having to read these. The main thing is this: Kiwi Farms obtained some subscriber info, and now they're trying to bully you out of supporting Killstream.tv. I think people should be bullied out of supporting Ethan Ralph. Bully all of his supporters. Just bully them. Hardcore. Take their fucking lunch money.
Because they deserve it,
They
man.
deserve it, yeah.
Can you imagine paying Ethan Ralph money every month to watch his
Oh,
fucking
jeez.
content when you can watch it for fucking free? Like,
Yep. Oh, Jesus
yeah.
Christ. Let's see.
And and the best part is he only makes around 25, he grosses, and this is how much he's grossing. He's only grossing about $25,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's like before taxes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yep.
So things have been secured, and I've been briefed. Oh, all right.
like the glowies are talking to him and shit.
Yeah. No one's financials are in danger. We even talked to TD Bank, and they said the same thing.
Even though they were all over some forum somewhere, nobody's financials are in danger.
Well, I mean, the financial stuff wasn't posted.
Not at Kiwi Farms, but it was
But it was
in the.
That's
dump.
what they get for supporting Ethan Ralph. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Yeah, that's what you get. No, I'm joking. That's horrible. But
it was in the dump that the people who hacked the site released. So
yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
It's out there.
I'll talk more about it when we have more than autistic and criminal posts on Kiwi Farms. But that's the long and short of it. I want to make sure everyone knows what's going on. There's nothing to be afraid of. Kiwi Farms relies on people fearing them, but they're nothing. Paper Tiger. Oh, Paper Tiger. Okay. I'll have a video up on there soon. I have to remix it because the iPhone shot it in whatever number bit rate, and it's also a .m. All right, that tweet just is useless.
It's just useless. Yeah.
I've personally confirmed tonight that Josh Moon, the certain word owner of Kiwi Farm, is living in Belgrade, Serbia, without a doubt. I wonder what the government there thinks about an international criminal taking up residence. I sure hope no one turns up the heat there. This guy is like international Karen level. He's
right? And you know how many international criminals probably live in fucking Serbia?
Yeah,
a lot.
Think of what you're talking about, man.
If he lives in Serbia.
Yeah. Oh,
I have no idea where Null lives. And I have no interest in knowing.
Yeah.
But the FBI, which operates domestically, is going to go after Josh Moon in Serbia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just reading the chat. We got some new people. I'm not going to highlight you all because you all suck.
But
all about the original people in the chat that also
I like all of you, including the new people.
Simp.
Screw Dean.
Simp.
Make sure you subscribe to my channel and not his.
The chat. That's a new one, Vicky.
I will simp for my chat.
Oh, jeez. Pathetic.
Somebody needs to.
Just like a woman. Pathetic. Sorry. So Ethan Ralph says Kiwi Farms. Yeah, I think that. That's the old one. And somebody says, I hear FBI has an office in Vegas.
That's where he lives, right?
I guess so. But as I hear, like, yeah, they do. Like, I
Like,
hear
yeah,
the FBI.
they do
Yeah,
in
they have a
most
fucking off. Yeah, like it's some secret.
like
Like,
most
like
major cities in the United States, the FBI has an office in them.
they do actually.
They
I
do.
already did up. They have lawyers here too. Good ones. I might pick up an extra, to be honest. Done with this fucking faggot. He censored it. I'm not gonna censor it.
We
I
don't
censored
censor
the
it.
keyword, but I'm not censoring faggot. I'll say it. And so this was Noel's or Josh Moon's response on the farms. On the it was the same thread that the stuff was posted. The subscriber info. He says, I didn't feature the shoe leak. It didn't show up in the featured threads.
Yeah.
I was wondering because like I was looking for it and yeah, it wasn't in the featured. But I didn't feature the shoe leak because I wasn't comfortable promoting a hack. I think that whatever happens next will be of more interest / entertainment value. So there you have it.
And he is correct in that.
Yeah.
For certain. It will be entertaining. I have a feeling his going to the FBI will be the exact same as every DMCA notice he claims he's gonna issue. The ones he never does. Right.
Yeah. But
I mean, he's not exactly he just lost the Vickers just got a restraining order on him. So he can't see the kid. Apparently,
yeah, good for Vickers.
Apparently, she ran some
Ralph away from you. From his own kids. Like,
yeah,
fucking do
Vickers' daughter ran some sort of gay op on him too, right? So she had pictures of the kid, and I didn't go digging for them because I'm not showing someone's pictures.
Yeah. No, we don't do that. We do a lot of outrageous shit,
but I draw the line at kids. So only one person received a particular photograph of the child, and that was Ethan, and he claimed that other people were posting that picture on the internet.
Oh,
but he was the only one that had it. So yeah, I mean, just
when your daughter tries to run a gay op on you.
No, on Ethan, Vickers' daughter, the baby mama. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Right.
Oh.
So he's out there talking about being
stupid,
hacked
guys.
and all this shit. He is. I apologize
You're
for
cunt.
him.
I might be stupid, but you're just a nasty person.
I am the cunt of Comicsgate.
You're just
I wear the badge.
You're just the cunt. That's it. There's no other title. It's just
the cunt. At least it doesn't start with a G, and I only weigh 115 pounds. So
yeah, it's 115 pounds of just terrible.
Yep.
But we mentioned the fight video, so let's just
this remix was done by Devin Tracy. Atheism is Unstoppable. So
beautiful stuff. It just shows up. Why? There's a shot of the gun, yeah. Oh, he got the hair, just like a woman. Oh, they're gently touching. They're like kissing. Ooh. That's great. That's great.
Ralph got beaten up by a girl.
Beautiful stuff. Just beautiful.
I love that the girl just comes out of nowhere at the end and just starts punching him and pounding him in the face.
Yeah, for real.
And he can't go anywhere because the chick that came with Ralph is behind the other dude, keeping him from getting out of the way.
Just great. Yeah, so like, but yeah, like I'm not one of these goofballs. Yeah, you're much worse, man. You're much worse. Jesus. Just terrible. Like the guy, I'm surprised. Like when your body shape is a circle, and you're showing up to people's houses to fight them, that's fucking wild.
Yeah,
I'm physically fit, and I wouldn't show up to somebody's house to fight them. Like, so I guess I got to give it to Ethan Ralph there. He's very dumb and more ballsy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, I would have filed assault charges, but you know. Yeah, I would have. I mean, like, he just walks right into the dude's house. That's
I mean,
pretty insane.
he was expecting him. It looked like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like waiting
But
by
that
the
shit's
door.
just fucking crazy.
Just wild. But yeah, so I guess he's gonna sue Josh Moon or try to get the FBI to file criminal charges. It's not gonna go anywhere, but it does remind me that I don't have a screenshot of it. I was thinking of it right before the show, but when Preston was talking about suing the farms.
Oh, yes. He was
there was actually a recent mention of that, but he's been
yeah,
talking
those
about it for a long
DMs
time.
in the DMs when he said he was going to sue Kiwi Farms in order, and this is the best part, in order to get rid of the mod that banned him from the Comics Gate thread. That was his purpose behind suing Null and Kiwi Farms, was because he wanted to get rid of that one mod that was an Ethan simp that banned me from the thread. Whatever, dude.
I mean, that's more legitimate than most people that have wanted to sue Kiwi Farms, I guess. It's not legitimate at all, but there's been worse, I guess. So I'll give that to Preston. I've seen worse.
Big Daddy says, this is a tweet that apparently is getting some mention. Jamila Rouser put out a blockchain on all of Comicsgate on her private Twitter. And I don't get all verklempt over being blocked by someone on their private Twitter. If this was an official, Kickstarter account, she is a consultant for the comic book division over on Kickstarter. And if this was the account she had when she got this consulting job, she got the consulting job, and if this was an official Kickstarter account, I would think that's kind of shit, right? It's not. This isn't a business account. This is her private account. Now, a lot of Dan Fraga mentioned this during Well Read Stream earlier today, that he was going to reply to my tweet, and he really should have, Dan, because we could have had an actual honest conversation about it. But a lot of the people in Comicsgate use their, the Wart the Wizard. I mean, shit, she started that Twitter to push her book, and I was blocked by good old Mandy before I ever had any interaction.
On Mandy's part,
it was, but before I even knew who she was, right?
Oh man, even smarter. Good job.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. I have. I figure I got caught up in a blockchain because I follow Ethan. God, I should have not started following Ethan just 2 weeks ago. Because that's when I started. That's when I started re-following Ethan. But that's my guess is that's where that blockchain is. And honestly, I can understand why a lot of these quote SJW creators would be blocking Comicsgate en masse. Um, and not because of the way Comicsgate is now, but because of the way it used to be. It used to be, and a lot of them don't make the distinction between Comicsgate and War Campaign. So you had War Campaign who would just harass these people endlessly. And early on in Comicsgate, people were harassing these people on Twitter endlessly. You don't see as much of it now. I think it was Joe Glass actually tweeted out that he was doing his true fans a favor by blockchaining Comicsgate, because then they didn't have to be exposed to the hate, which is just fucking ridiculous. And I'm in no way defending that kind of position. But I don't have a problem with Rouser blocking Comicsgate. As she gets this job at Kickstarter, knowing what's going to happen and what is going to come her way, because she's taking over for Camilla.
Spirit Scar, you should know better than to put Lord in front of Finatra's name. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes, that decision came from a blockchain, Spirit Scar. That wasn't a personal. I went through every single person who has Comicsgate somewhere in their Twitter in their Twitter timeline. And
I
decided to block them.
Blockchains are pretty gay.
I think they're
but
gay
like,
too.
here's the thing. Like, here's my take on it. It's different from Vicky's. I actually do think that. Well, it's not so much that it's my thoughts of it, but many companies, when you start a job there, have basically ruled on you're a representative of them, even on social media, even on your private social media. It'll still they'll still make decisions based off of that, and they'll still fire you. Which you Kickstarter's not going to fire this person, which I don't care if they do or don't. But so it's not like it's her private Twitter. So what? I actually don't really think that. I think that in many respects, she is a representative of Kickstarter. I also don't give a shit though that she blocked some people in Comicsgate. So like I give it to Spirit Scar there, where she is a representative, totally. But also like oh, boo-hoo. Like, so what? So what, she blocked you. There's people that block me all the time. Probably for good reason. I may have called them a faggot once or twice. But like there's been some people that have blocked me for no reason. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that she blocked people in Comicsgate. Fuck her.
Why should you care?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
and
there's been pros in Comicsgate that have blocked me. I never talked to them. Isn't that kind of the same thing? Kind of.
It is kind of the same thing. And let's be real. It's not like Comicsgate is going to be doing business over on fucking Kickstarter, right? Isn't that the stance? Comicsgate doesn't do Kickstarter. Well, then why do you care if the chick over at Kickstarter blocked your ass? You're not going to be using that platform anyway.
I mean, but then again, on the other side, there are people that are in Comicsgate that are looking to go to Kickstarter. So
that's fine. But Kickstarter is not going to say no. They didn't say no to Doug TeNapel. They didn't say no to Tim Lim. They didn't say no to Mike Miller after that first book got yeeted because he picked a really shitty picture for the campaign page. I mean, let's be frank. If Mike Miller had chosen different images to put on his campaign page, they would have taken Lone Star in a heartbeat. They would have gone ahead and they would have let him run that campaign on Kickstarter.
Yeah. And yeah, there are. I wasn't
yeah.
I did know that.
We do know that.
Yeah. But like I mean,
but the people complaining certainly aren't going to be using
it. It is a sign of like I do agree with Robert Romano. It does serve a notice. You're not welcome. Yeah.
That's
and if
fine.
it bothers you, then don't go to Kickstarter. I mean, like that's just how I feel about it. Just fuck Kickstarter, or use Kickstarter. I just think it's, I don't know. People get blocked. It just, I just wouldn't be upset about it. I get blocked too.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't be upset about it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I mean, people do have the right to be upset. So it's kind of
Yeah.
a weird, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a weird position of this debate because it's like I do agree with the things that like Spirit Scar says and that like Robert Romano say, but then I still don't give a shit, and I don't think other people should, but I do respect their right to be upset about it. Fuck it.
Yeah, and Spirit Scar says the Marvel pros use blockchains, just like the Kickstarter lady, and that's what partially fueled Comicsgate at the beginning. And yeah, I thought it was stupid then too. I didn't, I didn't see that as some sort of decent rallying cry. It was just dumb to complain about it. Make your own fucking space, people. Or go to Kickstarter and invade and take it over and make sure that most of the top campaigns over on Kickstarter are Comicsgate campaigns. Like,
Yeah,
take the battle to them instead of just hiding over on Indiegogo.
yeah, I don't know. It just whatever. Like it's you're just wrong on this one, Vicky. I think Vicky's always wrong, Spirit Scar. So
Yeah.
I got it.
Now,
Once again, I'm agreeing with you.
share
She
my
is.
share my screen. Share my screen.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
on the
yeah.
other hand, Michael Bancroft tweeted this out today, and the original screenshots set from Carol Ann Talks Comics. I have no idea who that is. Hey, since apparently Aaron Lopresti threw in with them last night, here's your reminder that Comicsgate is a literal hate group that harasses women and minorities and is a despicable movement that cannot, should not, and will not be tolerated in this space. So once again, and then she posts this Comicsgate as a hate group, stupid thing, right? Then you get to, it was liked by Oriana Leckert. She is the director of publishing and comics outreach at Kickstarter. This, you guys could get outraged about.
Well, you guys can get outraged about anything.
Get
Don't let
outraged,
Vicky decide for
don't let
you what
me
you can
tell
be
you what
outraged
you
about.
can and cannot be outraged about. But that's the kind of thing that's worth a little bit of outrage, right? I'm not a whole lot, because frankly, why you care what the people over at Kickstarter, where you're telling people not to go anyway, thinks about you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Yeah.
it just seems silly to me, man.
It's all just worrying about who blocks who on Twitter and all that, and who, oh my God, policing likes. That's what that felt like to me. It was just policing likes, and that's just ridiculous. And why are we showing
So,
them?
we'll just I just want to give our good buddy JDA. He sent me oh, actually. This is JDA's Kickstarter. And
Dun, 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 dun,
you all
dun.
should back it. Days Volt. Back it to stick it to Mika Curtis. I'll drop the link in the yeah, because fuck Mika Curtis. It's $25 away from 1,000.
1,000.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and then, now that we're done with Kickstarter, there was some news in the trademark case.
Oh yes.
Yes. I think we talked about that. Ethan's lawyer filing, I think last week, maybe the week
Yeah, we did.
before.
Yeah.
Filed a motion to dismiss with the trademark board. It's like a court, but it's a board instead of just a judge. To dismiss Preston's trademark filing in its entirety. And what he did was showed that Preston was planning on using the trademark basically just to fuck with Comicsgate. That he knew that Ethan was recognized as the guy in charge of comics, that he was the Comicsgate dude, that he, a tweet where he said he was just out to destroy Comicsgate, and some other, and I think there was some transcript from some video as well. And Preston's attorney decided to call it hearsay, which is just crazy as fuck, right? And because who knows if Preston actually owns his Twitter and his YouTube channel, even though he starts every video with, "This is Preston Poulter of Pocket Jacks Comics.
This is Preston
welcoming
Poulter of
you."
Pocket Jacks Comics. Welcome to. Yeah.
Every fucking video he starts it that way. He has tweeted out that, "Hi, I'm Preston Poulter." He did it from a con, from like the Albuquerque con. Actually, "Hi, it's me, Preston Poulter. Come by and see me." He may have even done it. He didn't do it for Anime Matsuri, but he definitely did it for the Albuquerque con. So there is that. They also want it dismissed. They say that is outside evidence and that the board shouldn't even look at it. And I can't imagine that somewhere down the road, the board wouldn't look at it. That would be the kind of evidence you would produce during discovery conferences, or however it works in the trademark trial, so to speak. The biggest hurdle at the moment, though, is that according to the rules of the trademark board, you have to actually serve the opposing attorney. And it seems that fell through the cracks. They were informed the day that it was filed by the USPTO's filing system. It sent out an email notification to Preston's attorney because Preston actually commented about it in one of his videos. So he knew, his attorney knew. It just wasn't an official service that it wasn't directly sent from his attorney. However, that was cured. It was sent to them eventually, before Preston obviously his attorney still had plenty of time to respond before the deadline in the case, because he only had so much time. So anything can happen kind of at this point. They could decide that because it was procedural, that the motion to dismiss isn't, they're not going to decide on it now, but the same stuff can always be brought up later. And those tweets and the videos are all still there. It's not like the evidence doesn't exist out there to show that Preston is basically an interloper in this whole thing. Or it could end up in the USPTO for years, because they could decide that since Malpica didn't, follow procedure, they're just going to go ahead and throw it out completely for now. And then Preston, Ethan can object to Preston, his filing for the Comicsgate TM. And it's all just, anything can happen. Anything at all. But I do find it interesting that they're arguing that somehow this wasn't Preston stuff, that he had nothing to do, that, maybe he didn't have anything to do with it. At the same time, kind of admitting that it is. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We may never know. No, we will know.
Procedural grounds versus actual merit is always kind of flaky and sucks, because you never know.
Yeah.
That doesn't really give you an answer.
It doesn't. It does not.
No.
So yeah,
we have one more.
I know we do. Let me
We
I think it's
do.
this one. I think
It
so.
is.
Yep.
What's up, peeps? Anthony here, Dark Eve Comics.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't I didn't realize how awful Dark Gift's voice would be to listen. No, I'm joking. I got love for you, Dark Gift. He actually did a really good job on this video. I
You
was pretty
did.
impressed. Minus, I'm kind of an expert on exposed videos, but his voice just was not robotic. It didn't sound like he was reading a script. So I'm gonna give him a 1 out of 10. Do better.
And I'm
Do
sorry
better.
for the kind of shitty visuals in the clip because I could not get the goddamn video to download properly. Like I had to OBS it and it just does not come out as well. I'm sorry.
Spirit.
I apologize.
Anyway, let's get into it.
But not to Spirit Scar.
Some of you may have heard, some of you may have not, probably don't even care, but apparently there's an alleged Whisper network being exposed. It started on a Lazmat stream last week where we were talking about some bullshit. I was fixing a shelf. And then it kind of rolled into this expose where they were was showing screenshots of Micah Curtis's Discord server in a Whisper network.
Right.
And,
Wait a
and then
minute.
here, listen.
Wait a minute. I just got something sent to me.
Oh, no.
All right, that's cool. Can I just
Was
say
it a
something real
ticket
quick?
Oh yeah, say whatever you want.
To
I'm
stay
not
on
going to
topic.
shit
and
on
then-
you. I'm just trying
No,
to show you.
I just don't want
example.
to. I just don't want to change the topic and then come back to it and have it be pointless. So, but I
Wait,
forget
you know
what
what?
it's
Before
called.
you say this,
Yeah,
what if I have a message from somebody that starts it out with, "So, just a PSA : and then stuff below it."
Okay, you can show us in a minute.
I will.
Now, mind you, these screen caps on the course of 2 years, from 2019 to August 7th of 2021. Optimus is in 2 screen caps, Piper is in none. And like I said, I kept wondering why they needed Piper to be involved. And then something was sent to me, a memory of a DM conversation I had with Testify about Piper. And it was in passing, so it seemed just like another Testify bullshit argument. But in this conversation, he says to me, Piper is next. And then I'm just explaining some whacked out thing that happened in my autocorrect in the last message. And I said, no one has told me
Hold on. I can totally
that's what we were talking about. See, this all.
Yes.
I can totally see Dark Rift just all high trying to like work past the autocorrect on his phone as he's like typing. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Anyway.
I'll explain Spirit Junior. I'll explain what this is about just after the video. For people that have no idea who these people are. Probably better off not knowing, I guess, but you asked for it, Spirit
You
Junior.
asked.
Yeah, you, Spirit Junior, asked for it.
Oh, I'm starting to realize this Whisper Network, this personal thing. He's got a personal vendetta against Liam and against Micah, and he doesn't like people talking behind his back, but yet he does the same thing. And then I ask, why go after Piper? And I cut it off too soon. It should say, she knows why. I mean, now this goes back to January of this year, which is right around the height of his preaching the Whisper Network bullshit. Especially after the October stream on Piper's, where the following stream, she wouldn't let them on, and she admitted that Micah told her not to. So I can see how this all starts to piece together.
It's almost like that's exactly what I do and go by.
Right.
Because you don't see messages like these popping up from me.
Basically admitting, from what I can tell, that he's making this up about Piper, but he needs Piper to be involved. So why? Well, if Mike is talking shit in his Discord, and Optimus makes 2 comments, and Piper's friends with both of them and works with Optimus, then a third person would entail a Whisper Network. So he needs Piper to be involved. He needs people to believe Piper is involved so that he can connect Optimus and her to Micah.
I should put some music on the end. Yeah. If I can get that
I
track,
was only pretending to be
gonna be
retarded.
retarded. You know, because that's always his go-to, right? He always starts it, wait, I was just sent this. And you know he's had it for like days or forever. I was just sent this. This is shocking. This is so and you look at it and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Dude, this is like nothing. It's like never anything. And then he'll go with the I wasn't serious. I
Yeah,
really
was
wasn't
just
serious. I
trolling.
was just trolling. And you're like, no, Testify. No. He was hoping for some sort of reaction. And really you should I'll go watch Dark Gift's whole video. It's about 30 minutes, but he goes through the DMs the Discord leaks from Micah's server, and also some DMs he had with Micah.
Mhm.
And then how Micah totally misrepresents him, which is always nice because, there's always got to be some sort of dishonesty going around somewhere. So, it's pretty amazing because he shows it's great. He shows you the DMs that he had with Micah, and then he shows you how Micah describes everything in his Discord.
Yeah, so here we have Big Daddy saying, Testify, aka Randall Gary Haig, is like Chicken Little crossed with a cunt woman on the rag. Only the most cucked and brain dead take the clown seriously. Oh, you're here now, Spectre. We're actually just about to end the stream. Not because we were done streaming, but just because you showed
You
up.
got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just because you got here.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it. And
here's the thing. Just because you're an asshole and nobody wants to have anything to do with you doesn't mean there's a Whisper network and doesn't mean you're blacklisted. It just means you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Believe me.
No,
I
yeah. It's not like a Whisper network. You're just a giant piece of shit. You're like, you're super rude on people's streams to begin with, right? And then people are like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have Testify on. I agree. Yeah, to anybody who's thinking about it, yeah, you probably shouldn't have Testify on. He shits up the place. He's worse than like a street shitter like Pods who like shits on the street.
Literally shits.
Yeah, he just shits everywhere. It's awful. Testify is awful. Just don't have him on your streams. Fuck him.
Yeah, I try to tell people. I guess that makes me part of a Whisper network.
I'm not whispering. I'm being very fucking loud.
I will like shout it to the heavens.
Fuck Testify. Yeah.
Oh, and also head over to comicsgate.org and read Robert Romano's piece about the TM thing because he explains it far better than I did tonight.
Yeah.
And it's really well written. So, and then go watch Dark Griff's stream.
Yeah.
That's damn Skippy Spirit Jr. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and not Dean. Link is in the description.
Anyways, if you enjoyed this stream, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, fuck Vicky. Also, subscribe to Spirit Jr. This is Spirit Jr. That's his account. So make sure to go and subscribe to Spirit Jr. He's great.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.